Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
We're the Dawnties.
My name is Richele.
Who am I?
Really? Yeah. You have to invade my videos with your brainwashing. I'm not brainwashing them. They know I'm their favorite Donna.
And in today's video, we're going to share some joy that we found this year with wonderful Disney pins.
Alright, cool.
So today I wanted to share what joy these Disney pins have brought to us this year. Specifically me, this is my pick of pins that brought me joy this year. Most of these did come out this year, but one in particular did not, but I acquired it this year, so it's going to be counted.
Well, it brought you joy this year.
It did. It definitely did. So I'm actually going to start off with what typically is not associated with Disney, but it is Disney, and that is Marvel. So I am a big fan of Iron Man, and it was this time last year we watched most of the Marvel Universe movies, and Iron Man is my favorite. Now, I love this pin because it's a fig pin, and we have a couple fig pins, Disney and Marvel. But what I love about these fig pins is they look like cartoons or like drawings that are like on your board. Like, they don't look like your typical pin. These actually look like the characters are just hanging there on your board if you have them on your board. Now, fig pins do come in this case. You can leave them in the case on your shelf. They do have pin backing, so you can put it on a board, or you can actually take it off the stand and actually stand it up if you prefer as well, outside of the case. This Iron Man pin, I do have some things I want to do with the few Marvel pins that we do have. So for now, he does live in his little case, but let me show you this a little bit closer. Fig pins just look like drawings that you actually hold. Like, they are so cool. Here is a look at the back. So it does say fig pin on the back. It says Marvel. These are licensed pins, and they are just so cool. We have a few Toy Story ones and a couple of other Marvel fig pins, and they just look incredible. So this is definitely a fun and unique pin that definitely brought me joy this year. Oh, love it.
I like the fig pins.
They are really, really cool. And to be honest, fig pins were our preferred pin styles until Funko started making their Funko pins that are the size of Funko Pops. And the one I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to show you two today, but this first one is Iron Man, of course. Now, he comes in a box that is half the width of a Funko Pop box, but the same dimensions everywhere else. So you can put them in a pop protector back to back. If you want to protect the boxes. You can put them on a pin board if you want. There are pin posts on the back. Or you can stand them up. They come with these little stands that you can remove. And Iron Man currently lives on his stand in our game room upstairs. And these pins are just so big. I love the style of Funko, and to see it in a pin form is just so cool. So let me show you this one a little bit better. So here is Iron Man, just so shiny, and I do love that they come with pin posts and this stand that does come out, and it does have the Funko crown down there, but this is removable. So if you don't want to put it on its stand and you want to put it right on the board, you have that option to do so. So this is definitely one that brought me joy. So with that, I'm going to get into the more traditional Disney pins. And the first one I'm going to show you is our Woody Funko pin. Now this one is really cool. Well, one, it's my favorite Toy Story character, but his hat is like this suede material. I don't even know what material it is, but it's a different material, and it is just so cool. This guy does live on our Toy Story board in our Woody section, and it is just so cool as a centerpiece for his little section of the Toy Story board.
There's a snake in my boot.
There sure is, but I don't know if you can tell that this is actually fabric, another kind of material, which I love that Funko does mix different materials with their pins, a lot of their pins actually. And here is the back. So his stand is off because we do have him on our pin board. So this is just such a cool one to see as a Funko Pop pin. Okay, so the next two I'm going to show you are actually from one of my favorite collections. I love my collection so much, but this one is from Ralph Breaks the Internet or Wreck-It Ralph, whichever one, but it's Vanellope. Now, they came out with a couple of different Vanellope pins this year, which is kind of surprising. I mean, it's not a huge movie, but we have one of the scented pins, and she smells like bubblegum, and she still does, and she's just so colorful. I love Vanellope pins. And then this one is a Pin of the Month series that they did. And this one was gifted to me by Brittany and Liz over at Walt Life Salt Life, and it is Vanellope on a car, and it's titled racing. So I think they were kind of going with like Summer Olympic styles. So every month there was a different sport, I guess, that was represented. And this one was Vanellope as a racer. So here are the two pins. They are both limited edition. This one, the scented pin, is limited edition of 2,000. And then this racing pin is limited edition of 4,000. And I just love both of these so much. I could not choose a favorite. They both brought me so much joy. And thank you, Brittany and Liz, for this wonderful racing pin. So then the next pin that came out that definitely brought me joy is a quarterly series pin. This is limited edition of 1,500. And this is, I think this was the second one they released this year. It's basically a Pixar mashup. And a lot of our pin collections are Pixar. And we collect everything on this pin. There's Toy Story with Buzz and Woody, Mike Wazowski. We specifically collect Mike Wazowski. And then the main feature of this pin is Dante and Miguel from Coco, which is another one of our side collections. And this is just a beautiful pin, and it's fairly big too. So here is this mashup Pixar pin. Again, I think this was a quarterly release this year, and this is the only one that we picked up so far. I think there's one other one that I really, really want, but this one was perfect. And because we collect all of these characters, this one lives on our Coco board since they are featured front and center.
There's not as many Coco pins as there are of Toy Story and Mike Wazowski.
This is very, very true. So the next pin that I'm going to show you is very, very special to me. This is a series that was supposed to come out, I think, every other month, and they're still coming out, but there was only one on the list that I really wanted, and I missed out on the Shop Disney lottery to purchase this. But my dear friend Robin from the channel Oh Hello Robin acquired this pin, and she allowed me to buy it from her, and I couldn't believe it because this is a gorgeous pin. She did an entire video on this one pin. So we in turn did an entire video on this pin whenever it came in the mail, and it is the Princess Castle Disney Castle Collection, and this is Elsa's castle from Frozen. Of course, it's Arendelle, and this is so big and beautiful, and it opens up. We have all these rooms in the castle, all decorated, and just this whole collection is beautiful. And the fact that Robin was generous enough to pass this on to me, I mean, I can't even. This was definitely the highlight of my year as far as pins are concerned. And this is a beautiful centerpiece for one of my Frozen pin boards that I have. It's gorgeous. Here is the pin close up. It is limited release, and again, this is from the Disney Castle Collection. They are doing the castles of many different princesses, and this one was a must-have for me. I am a huge Frozen fan, and I love my Frozen pin collection. So inside, you see all of the rooms that are in the castle, all decorated and laid out, and Robin, I cannot thank you enough for allowing me to get this pin into my collection. It is, it's stunning. And the last pin I acquired this year, this came out a few years ago. Let's see if I can find a year. 2015.
Wow.
So they did this series of pins that I'm assuming it was a monthly series back then. I've seen a few different styles of fortune cookies. And if you don't know, Dory is one of my favorite pin collections. She is my favorite character in all of Disney. And I knew that this pin existed, but it took me a while to hunt it down, and I finally did this year. And it is this fortune cookie from 2015. This is a limited edition of only 600.
That's crazy. She's not gonna count down today, y'all.
So what I love about this pin is that it looks really cool on my Dory board, but this pops out and the fortune is just keep swimming. And this is something that we can definitely all need a reminder of for this year. And just keep that in mind that 2020 is almost over. It will get better. Let's hope anyway. And here is a quick look at the back. Limited edition of only 600.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
We'll get there, y'all.
We will. Fingers crossed, we will. Okay, so those were the pins that we acquired this year that definitely brought me a lot of joy and definitely have added to our pin collections that we have going. So leave a comment down below. Let us know if you have any of these same pins, if we're pin twins, or which of these was your favorite.
What was my favorite?
I'm gonna guess Woody. 'Cause
Probably.
it's Toy Story.
Yeah.
So with that, let's get into our mystery opening for today.
Boom!
Oh, you almost punched me in the face. So our advent calendar looks a little bit different this year. We are going to be pulling out some random mystery item and opening it every day while we're doing Vlogmas, because mystery openings are so much fun. They definitely bring joy. So let's have you pull out something today.
All right, let's see what I pull out today. All right, it's a
Ooh.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus bag clip.
All right, so this is bag clip for Hocus Pocus. Let's see, this is series 2. Series 2. And then here is what you can get on the back. All right, let's see what we get.
We have opened one of these already, so let's hope we get a different character.
Who did we get last time?
Dadcula.
Dadcula, that's right.
Dad Dave in his Dracula costume.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, it's Dadcula!
So here he is. If you missed that video, we pulled him again. So there you go. I do like him. I wish we had a different one because I love these. But the good thing is I do have 2 different Hocus Pocus lounge fly bags, so I can put one on each bag, but I still would like to see a different one pulled.
Let's hope Dadcula doesn't turn into
To
a Ron Weasley!
Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.